Core values. Building upon a fixed purpose. Individuals who want to build an enduring structure in their lives need to have core values and a core purpose that can remain relatively fixed while also giving themselves the room to endlessly evolve their strategies and practices to better adapt to a constantly changing world. To accomplish this, it's necessary to understand the difference between those things which should really never change and those things which should be open to change. This requires a shrewd distinction between what is genuinely sacred and what is not. This rare ability to manage both continuity and change requires a consciously practiced discipline. Hewing and honing one's core values is closely linked to the art of developing a grand vision. The purpose behind crafting a grand vision is that its vision provides us with guidance through life's changing circumstances. To establish a truly enduring structure in our lives, it is necessary to answer the question, what exactly is our core? That part of ourselves we want to preserve, and what will be our guiding policy for building our lives in alignment with this cornerstone. Laying this cornerstone is the fundamental act that will help to align our efforts and give a sure foundation for the future we want to build. To build this enduring structure into our own lives requires designing a blueprint. This involves two major components: determining our core ideology and then beginning to draft our plans as an envisioned future. Core ideology is the cornerstone of our creation. It defines what we stand for and why we exist. Crafting our envisioned future is like drafting a working blueprint of the style of architecture we wish to employ. It involves sketching out an imaginative model of what we aspire to build, become, achieve, or create. Depending on the magnitude of our ambitions, it could very likely be something that will require significant change and progressive development to attain, depending on the materials available to us and, of course, what we learn along the way. Core ideology represents the cornerstone of our identity. Stable structures require the laying of an enduring foundation, and hewing out this foundational aspect of ourselves means honing down on the timeless, unchanging qualities of our own character. In order to build a lasting personal structure, one with the stability to support an enduring vision, we first must align this cornerstone, which represents not only the solid foundation of what we're building on, but also is aligned with our grand vision in such a way that it can serve as a source of guidance and inspiration far into the future. The material from which this cornerstone is hewed will represent fundamental qualities, which represent those things which are inherent to the nature of the individual. This cornerstone symbolizes one's core purpose and will act as a system of guiding principles and tenets from which our work will rise. Once in place, this stone will ensure that the most fundamental reason for one's conscious existence remains a key factor in all their future construction. This cornerstone of core ideology represents the laying of clear plans for how we will advance into the future. It represents our determination to remain steadfast, building into a lasting legacy the values and purposes for which we stand and want to be remembered for. Throughout life, an individual's building tactics and architectural strategies may continually change, but their core ideology, the cornerstone, is designed to endure. The core ideology, embodied in the cornerstone, defines an individual's timeless character. It is the glue that holds them together, the DNA of their being, their essential seed of self. This seed of self is something that a person discovers by looking inside and honing down on the core of their character. It's not something a person can invent or fake. It's an inherent quality of their essential being. Core values are key guiding principles, those things to which we wish to remain true. Core purpose is an individual's most idealistic motivation, their fundamental reason for being. This represents the foundation of our pyramid. The purpose of laying a stable foundation is so that the capstone of our aspiring structure can reach the stars. We will refer to this capstone as our Alexander goal, named in tribute of the all-inspiring achievements of one of the most ambitious and successful lives in history, that of Alexander the Great. Our Alexander goal represents our big, mighty, audacious goal, one that could require 10 years or more to complete. Here, it's important to avoid confusing our core ideology with our envisioned future. In particular, avoid confusing our goals with our core purpose. Core values are a set of timeless, guiding principles that represent the essential and enduring tenets of an individual's character, ones that require no external justification, precisely because they have an innate, intrinsic value to the individual themselves. In essence, they emanate from the individual's primal spirit and so need no other justification or approval from anybody else.